What's good? What's going on, man? It's your boy B, and we back in this month with another video, man. Today we got some Larry Bird, NBA legends, funniest Larry Bird stories, man. Y'all know, man, we love Larry Bird over here on the channel, man. Huge shout out to all the new supporters, all the old supporters, man. Y'all be going stupid dumb in the comments, man. Be enjoying the video as well, man. Appreciate y'all for watching this content with me, man. Let's go ahead and get it up out the way. But anyways, man, if you guys enjoyed the video, enjoy the reaction, y'all make sure y'all drop a like on the video, man. Definitely helps out the channel. Click the bell icon, turn notifications on all, and you hit that sub button as well. Subscribe so you don't miss no bangers, man. With that being said, let's hop straight into it. Let's get it. This video right here is made by my man BTM, Basketball Time Machine. Y'all know how you get down with the videos, man. Let's get it.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Great to have you back on the show. I'm Sean David. Thanks for tuning in. In today's video, I want to take a look at some NBA legends telling interesting and mostly funny stories about one of my favorite players of all time, Larry Bird. So sit back, buckle up, and let's start the video. So the first player who's going to tell a story is Doc Rivers, one of the best coaches in today's NBA, and of course a great player back in the 1980s and the 1990s. One of the most known stories, but still always fun to listen to.
But when you played against somebody, do you remember? Well, you had the Bird Night.
I had the Bird Night. Yeah.
We gotta check Doc Rivers out, man. How good was Doc Rivers? We gotta bring that to the channel, man.
Do you remember? Well, you had the Bird Night.
I had the Bird Night. That was a tough night, man. The biggest argument that night is, well, you only scored 6 on me.
But nobody was guarding Bird, were they?
Well, we were trying.
You were trying to.
No, but when a guy is literally coming up the court, calling his shots, and Bird talked a lot of trash.
And that's in New Orleans.
That's in New Orleans. In that game, we're on the free throw line. And he literally says, left side over across the 3, and you're listening to him. That's a tough feeling.
Okay, so you guys got Antoine Carr and Cliff Levingston got fined by Fratello, I think, for
and Eddie Johnson for celebrating
Bird.
Yeah, it was the best film session. Every time
Doc Rivers was the one that was celebrating on that shot when he landed in the trainer lap. Wow. That's still crazy to me, though. Imagine playing 1v1 with somebody, you know what I'm saying? You playing your heart out, and they come down the court, tell you what they about to do, and then do it. They'll leave you in disbelief. How the heck he know you about to do that? It'll mess with your mind, man, you know?
See, Mike, we still laugh.
God,
it was the greatest film session ever, because back then you didn't have, you watched the real game and just went, with a video, and Mike rewound the celebration 20 times. Wow. He just kept, not the shot, he just kept rewinding it, showing the guys, you remember they were giving each other high five.
And then somebody falls off the bench.
Yeah,
too.
That was Eddie Johnson.
Yeah.
Eddie Johnson falls off the bench in laughter, and Antoine Carr and Cliff gives each other high five. And our film session was 20 minutes of that.
Wow.
So it was.
It wasn't somebody not playing good defense on Bird. It was you guys celebrating Larry Bird.
And Fratello wouldn't let it go. He just kept rewinding.
And the next story is going to be from one of my favorite players, Rod Strickland, one of the most underrated point guards of the late 1980s and, of course, the 1990s, especially playing for the Portland Trail Blazers. He didn't play too long against Larry Bird, but still, he got a very interesting story to tell.
I wasn't around long because he was hurt when I was playing that first year or second year. But I just remember one quick thing. We were playing against him, and I think I stole the ball from him. And I just remember him turning around saying, "You little piece of..." And I was like, to me, that was Larry Bird. And I was so happy because I'm like, that Larry Bird told me you're a little piece of
Whoa, Larry. Hold on. I ain't know Larry was out here bodying him like this. Hey, man, hold on. Larry called him a piece of yo, that's insane.
Just remember one.
But still, he got a very interesting story to tell.
I wasn't around long because he was hurt when I was playing that first year or second year. But I just remember one quick thing. We were playing against him, and I think I stole the ball from him. And I just remember him turning around saying, "You little piece of."
Oh, he stole the ball.
And I was like, to me, that was Larry Bird. And I was so happy because I'm like, that Larry Bird told me you're a little piece of. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I idolized Larry Bird. I call me a piece of.
He said he idolized.
You do a very good job at editing your cell phone now.
That's dope.
And the next story is going to be by Chris Webber. When Chris Webber came to the NBA, Larry Bird was just on his way out. So, of course, they didn't actually play against each other in the NBA, but they had that dream team experience.
Yeah, but you got Jordan who talks, you got Barkley who talks, and then you got Bird who talks. Who talked the most when you played against the dream team?
Why do you think my generation grew up talking so much, guys? They taught us how to do it. We used to watch all those Grouper tapes and everything else. And I don't know who talked the most. The best was my man Rodney Rogers. Strong, fast, quick, athletic, and Bird just set him up in the corner. Someone drives to the corner, Stockton passed out the Bird, and here you see Rodney Rogers take a full sprint. And I'm talking about, you know how Zion blocked that shot a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
That's where where Rodney Rogers came from. Except, unlike the young kid that shot the shot, in the middle of him being in the midair, Bird says, "Welcome to the parachute club, rookie." And watches him go by him, shoots the ball, and like Curry does what Bird did, because he shot it and just kept walking down, like shaking his head like, these dumb youngsters, they don't never get it.
Wow.
And the next story is going to be from John Stockton, a guy who was never known for trash talking or anything like that, but still, of course, he also had a Larry Bird experience, even though he was just standing next to the event.
Bird never said anything?
Well, he did, but not to me. I remember as a rookie, he came in, he walked by our bench at the Salt Palace and said, "I feel like 43 tonight." And he came out, he scored 40.
He said, "I shot 43 tonight." Bird be putting up them points, man. Elite shooter. Like I say, he can create his own shot, and then like he's also a great spot up shooter, man. So it's like the best of both worlds, bro. Like for real, man.
3 tonight. And he came out, he scored 43 in the third quarter and checked himself out with a 20-point victory, and I was fairly impressed with that one.
Wow.
So he just picks a random number. I feel like 43, and he says it to the bench.
Yeah. It was fairly impressive, especially when he when he backed it up.
And the next story that we're going to listen to is from Danny Ainge, the GM of the Boston Celtics. Danny played alongside Larry Bird, so of course he knows some stories.
There was a lesser told story where he made a bet with the trainer of the New York Knicks, and before the game we were out shooting three. Larry and I were shooting threes before the game, story. And Larry, he said, "Hey, I'll bet you $20 you can't bank one in like that in the game." And Larry goes, "You're on." And so the game proceeds, and we're we get ahead by about 20 points. The fourth quarter, our bench comes in the game, and all of a sudden, the Knicks are starting to creep back in the game, but it still feels like we have the game under control. Yeah. And the trainer for the Knicks looks down at me and, says, like, get Larry his attention. He sends him the sign, like, "You owe me $20. You never banked in a three-pointer." And Larry goes, "Crap, I can't believe I forgot that," and so sure enough, the game gets down to 7 points, I think it was, and Casey Jones puts the starters back in the game. And within the first 2 or 3 possessions, Larry gets a shot on the corner and banks in a three-pointer. At that stage of the game, with a close game, I could see it with a 20-point lead, but I'll never. I got so many of the confident stories like that, but that's just he cared more about that $20 bet than he did.
Oh yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even risking. Like, the game is on the line. We gotta. Hey, look, man. Cause that's like, what I'm saying? I know you torn with me, this and that to the third. That ain't nothing crazy. $20. The game is on. I'm trying to get this game. Forget that bet. You know what I mean?
One teammate to another, Kevin McHale. I think he's the guy who had the most Larry Bird stories on YouTube. That guy had so many fun experiences with Larry Bird, and I just want to show you a couple of them.
I think the story that sums up Larry the best was back then when we flew commercial, we didn't fly private. We played in a Tuesday night game in Cleveland. And of course, we got up for the first flight out. We had a game on Wednesday night in New Jersey. Snowstorm hits Cleveland. We're at the airport at 7 in the morning. Flight's canceled at 7. It's canceled at 8. It's canceled at 9. It's canceled at 10. Canceled at 11, 12. We finally leave about 1:30 or 2 in the afternoon. We fly up to New Jersey. Now the storm has kind of moved into Jersey. And the bus driver says, well, I can't get to the hotel into the arena. I can only go to one place. Well, we had a game that night. We go to the arena. So we get to the arena, and I mean, we're dragging. And we're sitting around the locker room, and, and everybody's kind of, we're tired. And, and all of a sudden, the coach gives a little bit of a speech of, come on, man, guys, we're playing basketball. Let's get ready to go. And Larry stands up, and Larry says, a couple other few choice words, and he says, I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to take it out on their rear ends. So I was like, oh, all right, so let's go. So we go on the floor. Elbert King sitting there. Larry walks up to Elbert King and goes, don't take this butt whooping personally. I've been eating hot dogs all day. And then Elbert King looks at him like, you've been eating hot dogs all day? What's that got to do with me? And we went out and just hammered him. I mean, we terrorized him. And that was Larry. There was no excuses. I mean, he just played. And I tell you, that was just his competitive nature. But a day when you fly all day and eat hot dogs in the airport, best thing was Elbert's look on his face like, what hot dogs got to do with me?
Bro, like, what's like crazy about that whole story though? Like the amount of like Larry Bird was just like a team leader, man. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what was going on, whether he was injured or not, he was like a team leader. You know what I'm saying? He never like wanted to let his team down. From like all the videos I don't watch thus far, and yeah, man, that's pretty much it. He was a team leader, never wanted to let his team down. Yeah, hard working, bro. He was dedicated to the game.
You guys used to fly commercial?
Yeah,
yes, we did.
I never knew that.
That's the takeaway.
Are you
from
serious?
that
Yeah, I never knew that.
I was getting ready to start a game and get up to the jump ball, and Larry said, just out of the blue, he goes, go ahead, Kevin, tell Elvin Hayes what you told me. And I didn't tell him anything. And I said, well, go ahead and tell him. Like, you said you were going to kick his ass. And I'm like, oh. Man. And Elvin Hayes is looking at me. Well, at that point, it was hard to say, no, I didn't say anything. I said, I guess so. But, Larry just
From a former Boston Celtics teammate to the complete opposite, a former Los Angeles Lakers, Byron Scott, a great shooting guard from the 1980s and the 1990s. Of course, he had his experiences with Larry Bird, so let's check it out.
A lot of people don't know this. You probably know this, Dan, but Larry Bird was one of the biggest trash talkers in basketball.
Yep.
And a lot of people say, really? They thought it was Reggie or Charles. Larry Bird talked more trash on the basketball court than anybody I've ever played against. And he told me two things one game. Our rotations, double teaming Kevin McHale, always had to rotate to the corner, and Larry Bird was the one shooting it. Yeah. So he shot one, and I mean, I'm trying to block this shot, and he would just tell me, Scott, you're a little too late. A little too late. So we playing him in the last play. He says to James Worthy, he says, you guys don't have to worry about it. I'm going to go right over there that corner. He said, they're going to set a screen for me. We're taking the ball out. He said, I'm going to curl right over. And he's telling us to play. He's telling us to play before they even take it out. He said, I'm going to go right over to that corner, and I'm going to catch it, and I'm going to shoot it, and I'm going to tie the game or win the game, whatever the case may be. They take the ball out, and I think it was either Danny or
DJ?
The late, great DJ.
Yeah.
Take the ball out. The man curl right to the corner, caught the shot, shot a three, game over. It's like, are you effing kidding me?
Amazing, bro.
It's my Larry Bird story.
All right, you guys, that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.
Man.
Peace. I'm out. Hey, you guys, if you're...
W video, man. Big shout out to BTM, man, for the W vid, bro. Anyways, man, you guys go. Larry Bird, NBA Legends, funniest Larry Bird stories, man. I heard probably 3 to 4 of them out of that whole, but it was some of them I didn't know. I ain't even gonna lie to you, like the one towards the end where he told McHale, tell him what you said to such and such. That's funny. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And then another one in the beginning. But anyways, man, if you guys enjoyed the video, enjoy the react, y'all drop a like on the video, subscribe. Click the bell icon, turn them on all, man, so you don't miss no bangers like this, man. We love the Larry Bird content over here, man. Appreciate y'all for watching the video with me. With that being said, be sure to check out one of the videos on the screen as well. It's definitely a banger. Like the video up on the way out, and I'll catch y'all next video, man. Appreciate the love and support.